Hello and welcome to the Museum of Latin American Arts 2021 Afro-Latinx Festival. And for our Portuguese speakers, bem-vindo e boa tarde. Hey. My name is Todd Hustis, and on behalf of the rest of the staff at MOLA, I'd like to thank you for joining us today as we learn more about the diversity of the Afro-Latinx experiences and dive into the history of the African legacy throughout Latin America. Before we begin, I'd like to thank the event sponsor that has made this 10-day festival possible and accessible. Please enjoy this short message from our presenting sponsor, the Port of Long Beach.
Hola, I'm Mario Cordero. Welcome to the Museum of Latin American Arts 2021 Afro-Latinx Festival. We are pleased to sponsor this event that highlights the rich diversity in our community. Throughout our history, the Port of Long Beach has long been a supporter of education, the arts, and community efforts that amplify and deepen the understanding of our cultural tapestry and impact. Thank you for joining us today, and I hope you enjoy this exploration of the African influence in Latin America and Latinx culture. Felicidades, el Museo de Latin American Art. Muchas gracias por esta oportunidad.
MOLA receives additional support from the Robert Gumbiner Foundation, the City of Long Beach, and the Arts Council of Long Beach. This afternoon's event features a demonstration of Capoeira and Maculelê by Mestra Márcia Cigarra, instrutores and graduated students of the ABADÁ-Capoeira San Francisco. Originally from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, Mestra Cigarra is ACSF's founder and artistic director, overseeing and directing all performance and instructional programs. She began studying capoeira in 1982 under the world-renowned Mestre Camisa. In 1987, she began to conduct classes for street children, youth, and adults in Rio de Janeiro. In 1991, Mestra Cigarra moved to the US and in 1997 was granted legal permanent residency as an alien of extraordinary ability. That same year, she founded the ACSF Brazilian Art Center. Her outstanding achievements make her a highly sought-after teacher, an inspirational leader, and an important role model as she continues to provide a safe and affirming environment for adults, youth, and families in the Bay Area to learn and grow. Thank you again, and we really hope you enjoy the program.
Okay. Very quickly, we just performed, it's called Maculelê. It's a dance with sticks and machetes. They originated in the sugarcane plantation in Bahia, Salvador, in Brazil. Most of the capoeira groups preserved this dance form. If it wasn't for the capoeira groups, this dance had already disappeared, right? That keeps in touch with the tradition. Maculelê sugarcane plantation. So came out of expression. We know when you hit each other sticks and knives on the beat of the drum, the sticks representing the sugarcane, and the machetes, the tools. In the time of slavery, they used to cut down the sugarcane. So it's all improvisation, and you kick, you jump, you turn, you hit the ground. So very free dance form, right? And use that as a warm up for a capoeira performance and keep in touch with the traditions, right? So when I move on to a capoeira performance, capoeira is an Afro-Brazilian art form. It originated in sugarcane Afro-Brazilian art form. The African people came from different places, different countries in Africa. Some of them even spoke different languages. The Portuguese separated their families to keep them weak. But opposite happened with African traditions in Brazil. They become stronger. That's how the African tradition in Brazil is so unique, so strong. From dance, from the drumming, from the food, from the tradition, religious tradition. So it's very unique, the aspect of the African culture in Brazil, even though it had influence from the Portuguese and the indigenous. And as a way of survive this amazing art form, they share the culture, they share the tradition. That's how capoeira has the dance aspect, the acrobatics. You camouflage the self-defense, that they share the culture, share the traditions. The self-defense side of capoeira, we have a lot of takedowns, we have sweeps, we have movements with your hands, to attack with your hands, to defend with your hands. We do have contact. Not only the performance like this, then we focus more on the flow side of capoeira and more the aspect, the beat, the flow of capoeira. So I'm gonna try to demonstrate here today a little bit of the self-defense, the acrobatics, the music that's so unique in capoeira, right? And it is all improvisation. Even when you do a performance, it's all improvisation. It's part of capoeira. So you learn how to get out of the way with your movements. It's a conversation, a dialogue with your body, right? So you anticipate what the other person is gonna be doing. And you follow different rhythms in the berimbau. This main instrument, African instrument, it's traditional capoeira. You see a berimbau, you know that doing capoeira. If you take the berimbau out of contest, could be anything. Could be a martial art, could be an acrobatic, could be anything. But once you have a berimbau present, then you characterize capoeira, okay? So capoeira has many different rhythms that you play in a berimbau. You're gonna see the people squatting at the foot of the berimbau to play a capoeira game. That game is physical, it's mental, and when you're on a daily basis, it's also emotional, right? A lot of the tradition, the history of the African in Brazil came through word of mouth. A lot of the history of the slave came through capoeira songs. So that's still alive in our traditions, right? Angola, traditional capoeira rhythm, traditional capoeira game. On the floor, on the ground, try to find the person's vulnerability in the game. There's many rhythms, okay? More rhythms to come the new days. So, Yuna, com capoeira regional. This rhythm is very fluid, right? São Beto Grande, kicks, get out of the way, doing the flips, everything. Okay, now we're going to start our capoeira performance. Open up for questions in a little bit. Okay, hope you guys enjoy. You start giving the solos, and then you play the capoeira game. Up, left, get ready. to open up for questions. If you guys have any questions for us, one of our artists, for myself, we'll take a break, address to our members. We're not done. Just want to check in, make sure we don't have any questions there. Lindy, see?
Yes, so we're going to take a quick break, and you can enter any questions that you have about the performance, about the history of capoeira in the chat function here or in the Q&A, and I will be reading the questions to Mestra Cigarra. So we'll take a couple of minutes and let you maybe collect your thoughts and post any questions, and then we'll be back.
Okay, let me know.
Actually. Okay. So we have a question by Renata Rosales Verdugo. They would like to know, how did you discover your passion for your culture?
Oh wow, that's a all day answer. Really, for me, I can talk to myself. Each one can come over there quickly and tell a little bit. They're all professionals. For me, it was a very slow, gradually process, right? I always been physical and my growing up since I was a kid, gymnastics, swimming, dance class, all that. But when you get to a teenager age, I didn't fit in many of the things I want to do, and I love challenge. Capoeira is very challenging. Even if you're very physically skilled, you still need to develop other aspects that maybe you never had done before. Like I never thought of singing or playing an instrument, such a unique instrument. It's not just a usual instrument, right? And I'm from Brazil, so culturally too, for a woman to be in a space I am today, that was very challenging back then, still today, but definitely, we broke many boundaries there and many difficulties in my growth in capoeira and be able to move to US and have a group of students who are now professionals and leaders. Also, that's very accomplishment. And for me, capoeira always have a challenge. So I always, never too much. I'm a master, but I have so much to learn. Especially my Mestra is still creating, still developing, still leading this ABADÁ organization worldwide. So I have so much more to learn, and that's like create a special deep place in my heart. The history of capoeira, my struggle is nothing as a woman compared to the struggle of the culture, the traditions of capoeira itself. That prohibited. By law, twice in Brazil, we don't have to break so many blocks, in the process. So a lot of ancestors, right, to make this possible for me today. So I don't take that lightly at all. And that's remind me every day, that my struggle actually is nothing. So that gives me more power, more inspiration to keep going. The singing capoeira keeps in connection with each other. No one's better than the other. You might have a little more experience, but you're no better than anybody. And to play, you need each other. You're not playing against each other. You can use capoeira as a self-defense, very dangerous self-defense actually, but you play with each other, not against each other. So there's so many lenses there, so I could be here all day talking. But that's my passion because of the history, the rich history, the challenge that bring me, and be able to be respect is no going back. I don't imagine myself retiring Really, unless I cannot really think straight anymore, right? That's an inspiration to me.
We have a couple more questions. Rebecca Orta asked, what tips would you give an adult who is looking to start getting into capoeira?
Sorry, say that again in the beginning.
They had a question regarding if you're an adult interested in starting capoeira and you've never done it before, what tips do you have?
Tips?
Advice.
Yeah. So the reality about capoeira, the older you are, more wise you are. So, like I said in the beginning, capoeira, it is very physical, right? Of course, you need some physical skills, but they develop little slowly. But mentally, capoeira, you develop the aspect of anticipate, you read the body language. So that's maturity too, because the young ones, you see them, they flip around super fast, but they're not thinking, they're going with the emotion. Just throwing the physical in there, right? But over time, you know your limitations, your body limitations because of age or injury, you play differently, right? And you need to use more your mental, you be more smart to play, more smart to place the movements, the perfect timing. Perfect timing is not about physical, it's all mental, control your body, right? So you know when, where to go, how far to go. That comes with aging. You know, that's the beauty about capoeira. You see older masters playing, they're amazing, you know, how they, of course you need to be respected. You're gonna go to the physical, then yeah. But capoeira is not about that either. So have a lot of respect to the ancestors, to the old masters, and hierarchy is so important to us. So don't let that stop you from starting capoeira in an older age, because no age limit in capoeira, okay?
Thank you. That was an excellent answer. Now we have one more question, and this is from David Sanchez, who is a film buff and loves martial arts, and wants to know that aside from Lateef Crowder, is there another actor more well-known in Brazil that does capoeira in movies?
Names now is hard to me, but we do have many of our teachers and instructors who actually work with movie stars in Brazil and soap operas. They do private lessons. I don't know from the top of my head, I have another Brazilian here, maybe she can help me. Tirando, você sabe algum artista famoso? Okay? What's the name? Yeah, names, we kind of battle names. But we have a lot of artists out there, Brazilians and non-Brazilians, who are in the movie industry, yes. But sorry, I don't have a name to give out.
Thank you so much. Those are all of our questions. Really appreciate you taking those.
All right, we'll perform a little more. And thank you so much for the opportunity to share capoeira. And sorry about all mask, but we keep it safe for everyone. Okay? Vamos lá. We'll finish here.